Thank you very much, friends. It is with a heavy heart that we gather here today to remember a true hero, Dr. Adnan al-Bosch. Dr. Adnan was the head of the orthopedics at the Shifa Hospital. He served with distinction throughout his life and throughout Israel's genocide in Gaza, and until Israel abducted him from the Al-Auda hospital in northern Gaza. He moved from hospital to hospital to treat the injured. He worked his heart out to save lives, to treat the wounded, and to elevate the mass suffering caused by Israel's unhinged genocidal aggression. It was reported that in one day, one 24-hour period, Adnan performed 41 operations. What a hero. He is the very definition of heroism. He saved the limbs of countless of people, targeted, of course, by a deliberate policy by Israel, including, if you remember, the peaceful protesters in 2018. And his dedication is matched by countless other doctors, nurses, medical professionals all across Gaza, all across Palestine. They are the jewel of our people and our society. They are performing miraculously, even in the most appalling of conditions. They are performing operations even though they are being denied appropriate medicines and anesthesia, as you all know. They are putting their lives at risk to save others for the sake of their community, and we have many of them. And they have continued to do so even though Israel is clearly targeting Gaza's health sector, an appalling war crime and a deliberate attempt at rendering Gaza unlivable. Nearly 500 Palestinian health workers, health professionals have been murdered over the past 7 months in Gaza. This is more than in all other conflicts in the world combined since 2016. All other conflicts combined in 8 years. Let that sink in. Nearly all hospitals have been damaged or destroyed in Gaza. Make no mistake, Israel is engaged in a systematic assault on Gaza's health sector and all vital sectors, because that undermines the ability of the Palestinian people in Gaza to be resilient, to be steadfast, and to survive on their land, on our land. It is systematic assault that is replicated with every civilian sector, from education, industry, private sector, right through to agricultural land. Very systematic. They want Gaza lifeless. And that's why the doctors. And that's why Adnan. It is a genocide, and it is a genocide with which some governments remain complicit. It must stop. All governments, including the British government, must end their support to this appalling and inhumane state of affairs, to this rogue state of Israel. And my friends, Adnan did not, and by the way, I just heard your inspiring speech from the King's College Hospital. I mean, King's College should be very proud to have its name associated with somebody like Adnan Bosch. You all know by now that Adnan was abducted. He was killed in detention, where he and hundreds of others have suffered torture at the hands of their captors, Israel's captors. The fact that he, a doctor, a medical doctor, a lifeline for Gaza, was detained in the first place is a war crime. Just being detained is a war crime. The fact that he may have died, killed as a result of torture, is an atrocity. It's an atrocity. And let us not forget that Adnan was more than just a doctor. He was a father of 5 young children, the youngest of which is just 3 years old. He was into football, and actually he was the chairman of the Palestinian Football Federation's Medical Association in Gaza. And last but not least, my friends, he was dedicated to Palestinian liberation and freedom from oppression. Rights we share with everyone on this globe. He and his last post on social media clear the measure of this man, or made the measure of this man. We will die standing, he said. We will die standing and we will not kneel. Thank you, Dr. Adnan, for your heroism. And I vow to you that no, we will not kneel. The people of Palestine will not kneel. We will continue the struggle for the liberation of our country until we are free, until we live lives of dignity, until Israel's unhinged violence ends and Adnan's captors, jailers, torturers are brought to justice. Let us not rest until his killers are behind bars. Let us not rest until Israel is out of Rafah, out of Gaza, out of Palestine. So, on behalf of every Palestinian, on behalf of all of you, and the millions upon millions of the freedom-loving people, allow me to say thank you, our dear Adnan. Thank you for all that you have done. May God have mercy on your soul, and may you rest in power and in peace. Thank you.